Hi, I'm Jennifer Ferguson with Artistic Painting Studio, and today I'm going to share with you a really fun holiday project. I am going to show you how to make these adorable little Christmas ornaments. So let's get started and have some fun. Um, we are going to be starting with just some air dry molding clay, okay? And Polyform is the brand I purchased, okay? But I think you can get this just about anywhere. I found it at Joann's. And it is just a really soft clay that you can mold and create with. So I'm going to bring our camera down so you can see my working space, and we are going to get started and have some fun. Okay, so I've got just a serving tray. I've lined it with press and seal. Press and seal is like my favorite thing. And I even covered my rolling pin with press and seal. So I think I probably need to get up just to get a little bit of leverage here. And I'm just going to start rolling out the clay. And I'm just kind of picking it up, rolling it in different directions so I can get it flattened out. And I don't think it really matters how thin you make them. I know that this is probably about a little over 1/8 of an inch at this point. And once you have it flattened out as much as you want, we're going to take one of my decorative rollers. This pattern here is called Mermaid Tail. And we are just going to roll right through the material and create that adorable pattern. Okay, isn't that cute? And once you have the pattern rolled through, then I just purchased a bunch of cookie cutters. And I think Hobby Lobby was my store of choice here. And just press into your clay. If you've got enough area, you might be able to cut a couple. Let's see if I can get the stocking on. Okay, no, I didn't roll that one flat enough, okay? So I'm just going to pull up the excess clay. And the other thing that I found is I wanted to make sure I had a hole in the top of these so that we could hang them. So I couldn't find anything smaller, but I found one of my, actually it's like a little filbert stencil brush, and I was able to pull off, let's see if I can get it back off again, pull off it from the handle, okay, which had this little round circle area that I could use. And I'm using that to just create a little hole so that we can hang these. Okay, so I'm going to pull this off of my tray, and there you go. There's one of our first little Christmas ornaments, and this one is going to be a package. So I'm going to put this over to an area so it can dry. The one thing about this air dry clay, it does take about 24 hours to dry. Okay, so I'm just keep turning it back and forth so that I can spread it out and maybe get 2 of my cookie cutters on here this time. This time I'm going to choose, this is our wavy horizontal pattern, which again is really cute. And I've got this rolled out enough, so I might be able to get a couple of repeats of the roller. Just double up and have something a little fun there. There we go. And let's see, let's try the Christmas tree over here fits, and we can get a little stocking, and maybe if I turn this upside down, I'm even able to get Santa's hat. So I'm actually able to get 3 cookie cutters on there at one time. So just kind of wiggle them a little bit so it pulls them away, and I find that that's easiest then to remove the clay from the surface. I should have brought a little spatula. That might have even been easier to pull them up. So I'm going to take away my excess clay. And then I did find that sometimes the edges are not as perfect, so I was kind of smoothing those out with my fingers. Or you could wait for it to dry and probably sand that off. So we're going to put these back into the drying area. Now I did find if you were trying to do this in one day and just get a little bit faster dry time, there were a couple of methods that I found on the internet. See how cute that is with that wavy line? There was a couple of methods on the internet for drying your air clay faster, and that was either using a fan, possibly a portable heater, or you can even put them in the oven and bake them, I think, on 200, okay? So once we have allowed all of our ornaments to dry overnight, okay, so these I did yesterday, and it's still, it's pretty cool back here in my studio, so they're not completely dry. So I've definitely put them into a little bit warmer environment, but we have, this one's called Beaded Curtain, and here again is the Mermaid Tail. But we're going to go ahead and paint some of these and decorate them. So I'm going to get out, I'm using some of the DIY paints by Debbie's Design Diary. And I'm just going to grab a brush and let's see, we're going to definitely paint our Christmas tree. This color is called Gypsy Green. And they are so easy to paint and decorate. To me, this is just a fun family project that you could do as well. And even that we're getting a little closer to Christmas, I think it's still something fun that you can find time to do. So I'm just trying to paint all the sides, trying to get this done where I can get one side completely done, allow this to dry, and then paint the other side as well. Once it has painted, you can really see the detail of the roller pattern on them. So maybe we'll paint one of our packages since I've got this color out. And we will make sure that you have links to all the products that I'm using here. And the nice thing also about working with the DIY paint, it is a chalk clay paint, and it really does cover beautifully with just about one coat, so you don't have to worry about putting multiple coats of paint on these. Okay, and it seems to be drying really fast. And this is Carnival Red is the color of paint that I'm using here. And then I'll show you after I have this one done how you can quickly add some really cute little dots and just give the ornaments a little bit of character. Okay, now I'm getting a little messy here, okay? I'll have to say, when you are painting these, you have a tendency to paint your hand as well. Okay, on the Christmas tree, I'm just going to put some dots on it. And let's do red on the green. I think that would be really cute. One of my tools that I love to create dots with is an embossing tool. Most of them come with a large ball and a small ball on the ends, and I like to use the large ball to create the dots. So all I'm going to do is dip into the paint. See if I can get this up a little closer for you. And then just allow it to drip, basically, just kind of like dot it onto the surface. So just a fun way to make it look like your Christmas tree even has ornaments on it. So how simple is that? Adds so much cuteness. I guess that's a word. And then let me show you how I finished up the package, okay? And all I'm going to do is make it look like we have a bow that we have tied this with. And I'm going to make it look like the ribbon is all tied up here. I'm telling you, I'm doing very simple technique, okay? Nothing difficult at all there. And then again, we can go back into, let me see if I can hold the tray up because this is all pretty wet. Go back into the red and create some fun little dots again, just to create a little whimsy. And that's it. So how fun are these? Simple, fun project to do for the holidays. Create some unique Christmas tree ornaments for your family. Fun project to do with your family and friends. So for any details, any questions you have, please feel free to always leave a comment below and we will get right back to you. Have a blessed holiday season.